10:35 a.m. Yeah, I think I missed him. I just had an aircraft, small engine aircraft flying overhead. This is our current sky conditions out here. And not really getting a good viewing of this greater light. But we'll still go ahead and zoom in, dim down this lighting, and we'll go up here. And yeah, through the branches of the tree and through smeared up lens with bees buzzing around me hardcore. Yeah, I'm not sure if this is going to pick up anything or not. But anyways, I would like to basically sort of somewhat begin where I left off with today's previous content. Oh, by the way, if I forgot to mention, it is 10:35 a.m. September 9th, 2025, and this being Tuesday. So, in this morning's earlier content, I was speaking in regards to Good Morning America, mainstream media, and them speaking about the sun, stars, and zodiac, and birth chart, and signs thereof. And what was quite interesting was how they followed up with an interview after that segment. They followed up with an interview with Dan Brown, the author of the Da Vinci Code and the following books of that series, as well as, of course, the movies starring Tom Hanks. And, well, he has come out with a new book in which there's already in the works to be presented on the screen, but instead of it on the big screen, it will be broadcast on Netflix in a series so that it can address the book that much deeper, I guess. And of course, probably to generate more money. But what was interesting was how he had described that it took him 8 years to write this book, and before he started to write this book, he thought that death was it. That when you died, everything was finalized. Everything went black. And it was a done deal. But throughout the last 8 years, while writing this book, and through science, okay, he made sure to declare that it was through science, and that he did not have anything such as a near-death nor out-of-body experience that brought about these new revelations of thoughts, of his thought processes pertaining to death, but rather through science, he has come to think that consciousness continues on. Okay? So he is another one that is sort of somewhat has become awakened to the concepts of spirituality and how the consciousness continues. In other words, eternal life. And we have others within that world of celebrities or well-known figureheads that have come about, such as Keanu Reeves. I know you've seen his interviews after the last movie of the Matrix series and how he has come to accept certain factors and forms of spirituality. Well, we now have a lot of people that's going to AI, okay, in search of enlightenment through spirituality. And this is going to be the new thing, okay? Spirituality. In which it will basically be a new amendment or adaptation to the good book, if you will. There's going to be a lot of changes within religious beliefs and the systems thereof. And I, for one, believe that it's going to be taking people down the wrong road. We're going into a reset once again, and it is through the so-called society that I speak of. Okay, we're starting to get a little bit sidetracked here. I can't even see if I'm picking him up where it went. There's a lot of glareness that's kicking off. And I also have a lot of bees hovering about, landing on me. I mean, I've got two of them on my hand right now. Yeah. And this one does not want to go away. So anyways, continuing on. And once again, I don't know. We're picking this one up. Spirituality will be a highly discussed topic. And of course, this ties in with just so much more. Once again, it's very difficult for me to explain because there's so much that has to be explained in order to understand. And of course, this is part of the whole equation right here. But I'm being highly distracted. Once again, look at this. Okay? It's because they have drained this overnight. I'm feasting hardcore, or trying to. The consciousness. It's a tough subject. And of course, reincarnation, because it goes back to the time loop scenario, as I talk about on my other channel, Dragonfire Investigative Research, and so on and so forth. And you know, I just urge you people to wake up yourselves, understand what's really happening with this grand reset. It takes place in stages. And of course, you know, that good old book and its prophecies describe everything, and for specific reasons, but it's just the end of an age. And as far as I'm concerned, the end of a good age. I'm going to leave it at that. I've got some traveling to do, some shopping to get done. I'll go ahead and I've had other thoughts too that connects with all this, but I'm being highly distracted, and I need to get what I need to get done. So I'll leave off with that and continue on at some other given point. Take care. Thanks for watching. Have a great one.